The rise and fall of the legendary group the Rat Pack.
In February of 1960, Frank Sinatra had an Oscar for his movie From Here to Eternity, and he had multiple hit records under his belt, but he still feared becoming irrelevant. At this time, Elvis Presley was everywhere. Cool Kids danced to the twist, and the Beatles had just formed in Liverpool. Frank 100% knew that his window was closing. He needed something big. Sinatra's next move would create the legend of the Rat Pack and cement the Las Vegas Strip as an international party destination. Before the Rat Pack's arrival, Vegas was all Jimmy Durante and Sid Charisse, old hat. Meanwhile, Sinatra was bopping through town in '59, mauling a big payday while his elite status still held. Meanwhile, Sands Casino publicist Al Freeman was looking to take Vegas beyond its status as a cowtown with some diversions. Al wanted a mega act to put Vegas on the map. Frank loved the idea and started assembling a group. He had done the movie Some Came Running with Dean Martin and thought it would be good to work with him again. Sammy Davis Jr. had just lost an eye in a car accident, and Frank wanted to back him. Then he needed a journeyman comic who would not suck air out of the room. In came Joey Bishop. Peter Lawford was married to Patricia Kennedy, and Sinatra was drawn to the Kennedy family's power. Lawford also came with a little gift, a script for a heist movie called Ocean's 11 that had been slipped to him by George Clayton Johnson, a Malibu gas station attendant and aspiring writer. Sinatra swung a deal where they would shoot Ocean's 11 in the casino by day and do 2 shows a night for February, an event called The Summit. It was an instant hit. The Sands had 2,800 rooms and 35,000 requests for reservations in February. Picking up on the term coined by Lauren Bacall to describe husband Humphrey Bogart and his Hollywood retinue, including Sinatra, the press called the guys the Rat Pack. Sinatra actually despised the name though. Timing with seemingly improvised gags about liquor and womanizing, the summit was actually tightly scripted by TV writer Don Sherman. This was strictly business. Dean, who had a boozy reputation, drank apple juice on stage, and every show was identical. These were middle-aged men working hard. Frank made $3 to $4 million, and the other guys made 6 figures. John F. Kennedy had recently announced his presidential run, and associating with the Rat Pack made him appear cool. It also helped to fund JFK's campaign. Over the next year, the Rat Pack played Miami, supported Kennedy at the Democratic National Convention, and were to headline his inauguration party. Bishop hosted and Sinatra sang, but Davis was barred because Joe Kennedy feared racist blowback from Davis's engagement to Swedish actress Mae Britt. Martin bailed, which created bad blood between him and Sinatra. It's actually said that Martin didn't go because Davis couldn't go, and he stayed behind with him. Bishop was frozen out after he was asked to fill in for Sinatra at a gig, but tried strong-arming Sinatra for $50,000. Then Joe Kennedy put a ban on his son visiting Sinatra at the singer's Palm Springs home, where a heliport had been built especially for the president. But they thought it was a bad idea due to Sinatra's increasingly public mob associations. Lawford was forced to break the bad news, which pretty much killed off the already hobbled Rat Pack. JFK instead flew to Bing Crosby's place in Palm Springs. Sinatra was furious. He grabbed a mallet and started wrecking things in his house. He cut Lawford from his film, Robin and the Seven Hoods, and tried to blackball him in Hollywood. Despite the Rat Pack's brief shelf life, The legend of the Ring-a-Ding Vegas good times persists. People are just marveled and just love the world that these guys represented. Remember, if it's more interesting, you can find it here. Thanks.